Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah Boone called 911 and reported that her boyfriend was dead. She stated that she was playing hide and seek with her boyfriend Jorge Torres. She said she put him in the suitcase and went to bed. She woke up the next morning not knowing what happened to him. Sarah and George had a dysfunctional relationship. They would drink a lot and get into really bad fights. The police had been called over a dozen times during their relationship. George was arrested 4 times for domestic violence against Sarah. Each time George was arrested, Sarah bailed him out. But on February 24, 2020 would be the last time Sarah called the police.
Yeah, you calling Rich working?
What's going on?
So
I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like,
Yeah,
he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
We've been doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay. Fine.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I tried giving him CPR. The problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning, when I found him.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband? Or
Yes.
your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who zipped him up in?
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. So, you're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what
I
happened.
fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Once detectives arrived, they reviewed the crime scene and take a statement from Sarah. The detectives advised her they have to review the autopsy and go through her phone and laptop. They told her they were not going to arrest her, but she will have to come into the police station tomorrow.
So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want... so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid
swollen.
a hand on him.
Okay.
Also too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know, and he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. They occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is.
Sarah gives a more detailed explanation of the night that led to George's death. She stated they were playing hide and seek and she went upstairs into her bathroom and hid in the shower. She said she came downstairs and her and George were laughing and playing around. She said that George got into the suitcase and she zipped it up partially. But there's one detail about that night she forgot.
To your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my son, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and them dancing, but I mean, or it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that. It's that long?
2 minutes.
No,
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously. Yeah, that's when you do it. You choke me. Sarah. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please. Okay.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had two fingers hanging out. And you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's two different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
Sarah gets arrested for second-degree murder and goes to county jail, where she stayed there for 4.5 years waiting for trial. In the course of 4 years, Sarah fired 8 attorneys. She sent letter after letter to the court complaining of all these attorneys one by one. She made a number of different complaints in these letters. The biggest reoccurring theme is she says, "They're not talking to me as much as I want them to talk to me." The judge told Sarah he was done dealing with her delayed tactics, and she would have to represent herself. She knew she couldn't handle the task, so she put out an ad for attorney number 9. She found a representation and her trial date was set. During the trial, the defense argued that Sarah suffered from battered women syndrome. The prosecution argued that Sarah was trying to punish George for the abuse she suffered. What it comes down to, does the abuse from the past justify her behavior? Was she so threatened by George that she had to leave him in the suitcase for her own security? Was she acting out a level of fear of self-defense that day? The jury said no, it does not justify homicide.
The court has had the opportunity to review the evidence and testimony that was presented at trial, the victim impact statements presented here today, the statements of character witnesses both orally and in writing, Dr. Harper's report and testimony, the defendant's testimony, pre-sentencing investigation, the arguments of the state and the arguments of the defense. Court pronounces sentence as follows. Ms. Boone, court sentences you to life in the Department of Corrections with credit time served that Madam Clerk will provide to you momentarily. There are also court costs and costs of prosecution, which Madam Clerk will give you the totals of momentarily. Due to the court levying a life sentence, the court is inclined to liquidate those to a civil judgment unless I hear opposition from the state.
No opposition, Your Honor.
All right. Madam Clerk, if you could please give us the credit time served and the court costs, please.
4 years, 9 months, and 8 days, and the court costs are